As of today, food stamp recipients will get half of their typical benefits in November. The USDA's contingency funds don't have enough money to cover enrollees' full allocation, and for many, that assistance will likely be delayed due to procedural challenges. Our Sananda McCall spoke with Minnesota politicians in Rochester today to hear their take on the growing strain of food assistance. Sananda.
Hey, thank you so much, Cammie. Even though the USDA has a different view, many states like Minnesota are footing the bill for SNAP benefits themselves without getting reimbursed. In fact, Lieutenant Governor Flanagan and candidate Jake Johnson recently made a strong case outside Representative Brad Finsett's office, pushing for all SNAP benefits to be fully reinstated during the government shutdown.
Folks aren't getting the food that they need. It's ridiculous.
In response to President Trump's Monday announcement of pulling $4.64 billion from contingency funds to pay out partial SNAP benefits, Minnesota Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan and Jake Johnson, Congressional District 1 candidate, says some is better than none, but decision-making grows harder every day when having to choose between food assistance and medical assistance.
From the people I talk to here in southern Minnesota, they're kind of tired of the partisan games. It feels like it's all just pieces on a board, and we're the collateral damage here.
Roughly 440,000 Minnesotans are SNAP recipients. Of that number, 25,000 people rely on SNAP for food assistance in Minnesota's 1st Congressional District.
But the reality is it costs $70 million per month to cover SNAP in Minnesota. We can't make up that difference.
It's her response to the state's recent announcement of $4 million to food shelves, a crutch for many as of lately. Johnson says no one wants to have to go to a food shelf, but when you need it, the safety net should be there.
I think there's a lot of misconceptions about who gets these services. It is people that are already working. It's a lot of senior citizens who have retired. It's people who are temporarily unemployed and looking for another job.
Which is why the program was changed from the Food Stamp Act to eliminate stigmas. But today, lawmakers are calling for systemic changes. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, has been embedded in the Farm Bill since 2008. The most recent bill passed in 2018 and since 2023 has been reauthorized for funding. That is, until the renewal recently ended in September 2025, the end of the fiscal year. That on top of the trickle effect of the government shutdown.
Because I'm a kid who relied on SNAP.
And while it is agreed that the topic of food assistance and other benefits should be nonpartisan.
You know, we have a Congress that hasn't worked in weeks and still gets paid. And we have federal employees who work at the prison here in Rochester who make sure the planes are safe through TSA, who are still working and not getting paid.
The actions toward getting there remain divided.
That the Trump administration literally had to be ordered by 2 judges to tap into. That's why that fund exists.
We just need 5 more votes in the Senate, and I would really call on Senators Klobuchar and Senator Smith to step in and vote for a clean CR that they've already voted for.
After speaking with the Lieutenant Governor and Johnson, they say they were headed to Channel One Food Bank to volunteer. Johnson says it was his way of giving back to a service that is being propped up with county and state funds. Cammie?
All right, Sananda, thank you so much. And we do know tonight, Rochester City Council considered allocating $100,000 from the city's contingency fund to Channel One for formula, assisting residents potentially losing federal benefits due to the ongoing government shutdown.
Thank you for considering a $100,000 grant to the food shelf to help us meet the urgent need right now. It feels like we are back in the pandemic. On Friday, we're going to be distributing 5,000 boxes of food simultaneously across the county with funding from the county.
None of that funding is official just yet. The duration of the shutdown and its impacts also remain unknown.